く少しのリグレットと罪を包み込んで泣かないことを誓ったまま時は過ぎ痛む心に気がつかずに僕は一人になった記憶の中でずっと二人は生きてゆける君の声が今も胸に響くよそれは愛がさまよう限り君は少し泣いたあの時見えなかった
Aw, are you tired, Poodle?
Sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
I wonder if something happened.
Where are these Foreland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
There's history in the air. Here, I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him. What do you say we check back in on the ranch? I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
Whew, what a rush.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
We'll soon see about that.
Not today! Take this!
I'm ready!
You fight better at a distance.
The further away, the better. You and I both.
Here I go!
Dragon Force! Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno! Raining Slash! Dragon Force!
Shattering
Excellent technique.
How are your weapons? That's not to give me any idea.
As impressive as always.
And here I hope that...
In an instant! Impact Crush!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
This calls for a celebratory drink. Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, that's way more than just loyalty.
Hi, Hoodle!
Come one, come all! It's over!
Holy Land!
Simian pest. I shall feel you where you stand.
Lightning condemned! One more! Now!
Prepare to be seized on fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Negative gate! Here I come!
Do it!
Dragon swarm!
Stalagmite!
I'm ready for the next battle.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, there's also the matter of the power that she...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had...
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motive. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling...
Little help!
You're finished! Swallow dance! Here I come!
Holy
Lightning thrust! It's over! I'm on it! Rising thrust! You're mine!
We barely managed to turn that
Got
fast.
fired!
You don't need to sound surprised.
You're mine!
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting. It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers mean...
No backing down!
Soaring Light Spear!
Holy Land! They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious!
Let the marksman handle this!
Flying freaks!
What can they just sit still?
You'll see 'em. Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up. We are freaking invincible!
Nathan and the others truly are strong.
What about me?
You're mine! It's over! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! You're finished!
Seems about right to me.
An opponent like this should be easy. The flame inside makes yours to be let free! I'm on it! Dragon Swarm!
I can shatter any steel!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Illuminate the
Let
dark!
the marksman handle this!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours
The enemy
truly!
wields art too.
You'll soon see about that.
Here I come!
Do it!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work. What's this thing?
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Go get illuminate the dark! Come forth, Holy Glitter!
Explosive ring!
Your wings won't save you from me!
It's over!
Hurricane! Healing
Rising Phoenix!
Dance in the wind!
storm!
Now, Vigora! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Black out loud magic!
You're mine! You're finished!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
Thanks, Shield.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
First strike!
Not a chance!
Mega Ray!
Stardust! Rising Phoenix!
Come forth, Holy Glitter!
Here's a healing heart!
Holy Land!
Here I come!
Here
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
That equipment should come in handy.
Gotta break through! No escape! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
They got me flamed!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Are those arms even natural?
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Dance in the wind!
Here!
Light astral energy!
Wow! Look what I just found.
be a delicious piece of cake.
Here I come! It's over!
Radiant blast! Here! Illuminate the
Rising
dark!
Falcon!
Come
Radiant
forth!
here!
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 Land!
Radiant blast!
It's over! I'm on a roll!
You're finished!
Back into the fray!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
You're finished!
Dance in the wind! Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting for movement, wind speed, trajectory.
See? Easy. Oh, this looks nice and tough.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it.
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
No backing down! Now you see what I can do!
The flame inside me! You're working free!
Come on here! Holy Glimmer! Holy
Hurricane! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Leave now!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it. Barely a blip on our radar.
Get
get out of this!
Lightning
You're
Descent!
mine! Flaming thrust!
Illuminate
Here
the
I come! Dragon form!
Holy
You're finished! Raining slash!
I'm all stuffed up!
Take this! It's over! Raining slash!
Wow! Look what I just found.
No choice!
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Redwell!
I'm
It's
not
over.
scared.
Face
I'm
it.
totally fine.
Here I come! Throw it! Be careful, everyone! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
Illuminate the dark! Lunar Corruption! Holy Glimmer! Holy Lamp!
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, then use the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing my move!
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Ow! You're mine!
Illuminate the dark!
Eat dirt!
Holy Glimmer! Here!
No escape!
Holy Lamp!
Dragon Blitz!
Take
There! Okay, here I go! Come and face me! Sword Rain Alpha!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job
Leave
well
the enemy's
done.
arms to me!
No complaints here!
It's over!
I'll finish you here and now!
Raging Cascade!
Raining Slash!
Let's get you!
Everyone hanging in there?
I won't forgive you!
Take this!
I can carve through armor!
Illuminate the dark!
This one's mine!
Holy Glimmer!
Flaming thrust!
Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Here I am!
Already on! Mind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Explosive ring!
I owe you so much, Rinwell.
Maybe my arts do have a place in this world.
Eat dirt!
Sure, there's tons you can do.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Get lost!
Take this!
Far enough!
Rip and tear! I'm not done! Explosive ring!
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfident.
No choice!
They got me flanking!
You're finished! Here I come! You're finished! Take this!
This one's mine!
You're mine! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back!
Now!
Hurricane Thrust! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
you okay, Law?
Hmm? Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving. We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now!
Great! I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Harros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those?
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge gap.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legiel, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Saar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
We finally made it.
Oh. You know, don't you think we're running a little low on food?
I guess we are. Looks like there's a place to fish over there.
Oh, what do you know? I'll go catch us some dinner.
You could have just said you wanted to fish.
You guys want to rest here?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all... grown now.
Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho!
Look, Hootle! One of your
All right,